Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. And I know not everyone celebrates all over the world, but here in the US, we are celebrating the holiday of Thanksgiving. And I love this holiday. It's such an amazing time to give thanks for the blessings we have in our life and hopefully to welcome in new blessings and get in that attitude of gratitude. So I figured doing a Thanksgiving theme would be great, and all the food relates to kind of Thanksgiving foods. I couldn't get like actual turkey or peas or some of the things I wanted, but we did get a pumpkin, a little pumpkin custard type thing, a chicken wing, which is supposed to substitute for a turkey, and a piece of bread, just like you would get served at a Thanksgiving dinner. So anyway, you can tune into the energy and see which one sticks out to you. I'll show you up close as well. But basically, to clarify, this reading is about the blessings you'll be welcoming in. So of course, we're thankful for the things we already have, but what things are you going to be extra thankful for next year? What are the new changes, the new blessings, the new things that you will have that you'll be so thankful for and won't believe happen? So anything could come in. It could be love, it could be money, it could be career, it could be friends, it could be literally anything. Who knows? We're leaving it open to spirit, but it's going to be positive things that make you happy. So with that being said, I will show you guys up close what each of the items look like. So this one is pile 1, and you can see up close it is a pumpkin. It has a little green stem, some detailing on it. Yeah. Okay, and then number 2, I feel like this looks like a little like pumpkin-y custard dessert, like that you might get served at a Thanksgiving table. It looks really good. Okay, number 3 is a chicken wing, and so this is a substitute for the turkey. So just imagine that you deep fried a turkey and then like shrink rated down to this size, and this is what you got. So yeah, that's the turkey leg. And this one is a soft little roll, just like you would get served at the Thanksgiving table at grandma's with some butter or something. So that one's number 4. So hopefully one is sticking out to you guys. You can go ahead and skip to that pile and we'll go and jump into pile 1. Hey pile 1, so if you guys picked this pumpkin, this is going to be your reading. Pumpkin pie is by far my favorite Thanksgiving dish, so this is a great choice. And you can see they did a ton of detail on this pumpkin, getting little specks and stuff of color. But let's get right into your reading, guys. We got the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, 5 of Swords, Ace of Cups, Emperor, Queen of Wands, 3 of Swords, and Wheel of Fortune. And I'm not doing reversals since this is a super positive reading. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to get some direction on where you guys are supposed to be headed. I feel like some of you guys have just not known kind of where to turn. Some of you guys need clarity as to like life direction. It's almost like I feel like a lot of you guys want to end up here, but you're just not sure of where to get there. And you just need to kind of know the map. Like you need to know where you're headed. It's kind of like, you know, I mean, I'm a typical millennial, I guess, and I like don't know where anything is. I don't know any street names. I don't know anything like that, I got to admit, because I just rely on my maps in my phone. And I feel like it's kind of like if you were to say, well, I want to go to that mall across town, or I want to go to that store, but you have literally no idea where to get there. You don't have the Maps app or whatever. And you're just like, I just want to go there. Maybe I'll just drive around for a while. Maybe I'll just drive around for a couple hours until I find it. You know, that's actually like going to take you probably, I don't know, hours and hours and hours, and you're going to waste a lot of time, a lot of gas. And I feel like you guys are going to get some mental clarity about where you guys are supposed to be headed. I feel like some of you guys have honestly been very confused. And I also feel like some of you guys have been under the influence of like very kind of manipulative people a little bit. And some of them maybe blocked your blessings in a way, like maybe you were interested in majoring in something in college and they would talk you out of it, or be like, you're never going to make money with that, or you had a dream and they would discourage it or something like that. And I feel like it's like some of those people you're just going to have a lot more of a thick backbone. And when they say like, well, you're never going to make money with that, you'll be like, okay, that's your opinion, you're entitled. Everyone has one, as the saying goes. And it's like, yeah, so okay, cool. That's what you think. Nice. I like, what am I supposed to say? I don't really care, and I feel like you guys are going to have this, you're not going to care as much or let the things they do bother you. So I feel like it's going to be twofold. Like, I feel like this time next year, you guys are going to be so much further on your path. If you guys have watched a lot of pick a cards about like, what am I supposed to do with my life? Or what are my gifts? Or what are my strengths and stuff? Because you just didn't know where you're supposed to be headed. I feel like you're going to get like a download. You're going to get that information and you're going to have this clarity of like, that's where I'm supposed to head. It's almost like spirit sometimes holds those things back from us, I think, sometimes until we're ready. I feel like there's been lots of times in my life when, when the information came pouring in, it was like the phrase, and we use the phrase, the scales fell off your eyes, which sometimes I think of all these sayings we have, and I'm like, if I didn't speak English like a native speaker, I would be like, what the heck does that mean? But I know the scales came off your eyes is like from the Bible, because it was like some guy who was blind, and then Jesus said a prayer over him, and the scale, so he had like scales actually covering his eyes, I guess, like people didn't know, but anyway, they fell out of his eyes, and suddenly he could see with perfect vision. And that's like what is going to happen, And when I think back about times in my life when I've been really confused, or like I didn't understand a situation and I had this niggling feeling of like, I don't know, like, and I kind of couldn't relax about it. It was always that I would get, it's almost like an information dump. Like, it wouldn't be just like, okay, one piece of information flows in and then another. Just like, I feel like usually in life, you learn things one piece at a time, and you're like, oh, I found out a little bit about that, and then I learned some of that, and then that, and then that. But whenever I've had those big moments, it's like it just like a waterfall of information, and you're like, oh my God, this changes everything. I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of clarity like that just reveals to you some information that will get you on this path. So other cards we got: connectivity, jeweled web, many masks, the authentic self, crown games, right use of power, lost compass, getting back to integrity, and overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. So it's like, for some of you guys, I feel like there have been people in your life that have like kept you away from your truest version of yourself, and you guys haven't been able to be your most authentic self. And we got many masks, the authentic self, and it's like you guys have not been able to be your real self. You've had to wear these masks. You've had to pretend maybe to fit in with certain people, maybe in your family or something like that. And some of these people, I feel like, were manipulative towards you. And I do feel like you guys are going to get a lot of clarity that kind of takes away some of their power. What blessings are pile one going to have coming in? So we got discontent and boredom, light, transformation, material harvest, triumphant success. So yeah, this is like the start to something new. Rejoice in celebration, awareness. I do feel like a lot of this is mental clarity. Like, this is Ace of Swords. And so it's like you're going to find something out that just puts everything into place and really is that piece of the puzzle that helps you piece it together. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it has to do with your life destiny or your career path or what you're supposed to be doing. Like, it gives you some kind of clarity that you really needed. And then I feel like you can be off on this path and really know that you're headed in the right direction. And then I feel like so much abundance is going to flow in. We did get the 10 of Cups and material harvest. rejoice in celebration. So I feel like this is going to be really successful for you, but it's almost like some of you guys need to shake off some of these negative people that are like keeping you from your destiny. Because I feel like for some of you guys, if you said, I want to do this, and you were like, no, I'm doing this career, there would be a lot of people in your life that would either discount it, downgrade it, make fun of it. And I had someone in my life where I could tell them like the tiniest thing, and it was like almost like just their energy would taint it. Even if they pretended to be enthusiastic or they were like, oh, that's cool, it was just like something about their energy field was so negative. And I was just thinking about that today, and it's funny how things come up right before readings that like relate to the reading, because I actually used to live in this city that I really enjoyed, I guess, and they came to visit me once, and I was just thinking, like, why did I move away from that city? Like, because one of my friends was posting photos from there, and I was like, oh, it looks so nice right now. Why did I leave? I loved it there. And then I was like, oh yeah, because this person visited me there. And it's so crazy to think that someone visiting you in one city and like going out to restaurants with them or whatever can taint your whole view of a place. But sometimes someone can have that powerfully negative of an energy field that it's like if you like drop your piece, like something of yours in a toilet. You know what I mean? And it's like a really dirty toilet. You don't want to disinfect. You don't even care about disinfecting it. Like there's not enough Lysol in the world. You're like, no, just throw it away. I don't want to touch it. You know what I mean? And so sometimes people have an energy field like that, where like they can just dump all this negative stuff on your energy, and whatever you're working towards, they can just snuff out that light and just tamp it all down because they're feeling so negative about themselves. A lot of you guys may have a lot of potential, I feel, to really do amazing stuff. Maybe this is my healers, my light workers, my maybe even psychics, intuitives, or teachers that are put on this earth to really bring light and inspiration and beautiful things. I often find those people tend to struggle with finding a career anyway, because I feel like a lot of times they know they have this gift. It's kind of like when you're the smartest kid in class and you don't want to just sign up to like take remedial math. You're kind of like, okay, there's a lot of pressure on me. I can feel it. I know I have potential, and like I gotta do something with this. You know what I mean? Maybe like for me, I'm really bad at math, so I was like, I would go in and tell like my guidance counselor, like whatever the most basic form of math is, put me in that, because I do not want to ending up in like advanced calculus. No, thank you. So I would always ask for whatever the grade level was, or even like I was like, is there anything below grade level that I could do, because I hate math. But if you are amazingly talented at math, of course you're going to go in and you're going to want them to put you in that AP math, advanced, I don't know any other types of math, calculus, I don't know, geometry, I don't know. But you're going to ask them like to put you in the most advanced computer, mathematics, whatever class you can, because you know that's your gift, and your parents know as well that you're really talented, and they're going to be like, did you sign up for remedial math? Oh no, go back, and you switch that up. You get yourself in advanced calculus. So I feel like sometimes if you're a light worker, you feel pressure from the universe of like, I know I have to do something with this gift. I know I have to heal people. And the universe isn't like, oh no, just take it easy. Just chill. They're like, excuse me, we put you down in this earth for a reason. And what the heck are you doing? It's kind of like if you have a boss, and the boss hires someone to do whatever, be their assistant or work in whatever job, and then they come in and the person's just chilling at their desk, feet up on the desk, eating bonbons and like watching a soap opera, and like, oh hey, I'm just taking my time, having a good time. They'll be like, absolutely not, you're not. No, we assigned you a task and you need to do it. And so I think sometimes light workers have trouble finding what they're supposed to do, because when you have a big mission and stuff, like you know you have to do something kind of big. You know what I mean? You have this pressure of like, I know I'm supposed to be doing something, but you don't know what, you don't know how it's going to manifest. And I also think Spirit tends to sabotage minor level jobs. So maybe someone else could get a job that's, you know, maybe not their dream job, but maybe they're just, you know, frying chicken at the local KFC, but, you know, pays the bills, whatever. And maybe a light worker might even want to do that, might be like, no, I'm totally down, I don't mind. But it's almost like Spirit will find a way to sabotage that. Get a coworker that's like jealous and gets them fired, or, you know, makes a boss that they just can't get along with or something, so that they won't be able to just kind of sit on their laurels and have a comfortable life and just not do their purpose. Because Spirit's like, no, we brought you down here and you're going to do a good job. It's kind of like, also like, I know that sometimes, you know, businesses will actually recruit, and sometimes even they will pay for someone to come from, like, at least in America, I think they do this. I'm not an expert, so don't quote me if I get this totally wrong, but I know they will recruit sometimes from foreign countries, and they will bring the people over here to do like a particular type of work, you know, that's like really high level work or something, and they can't find a ton of people, so they're like, well, we'll look internationally. And when they, you know, bring them over, they have to pay for a lot of the fees associated with, you know, with bringing someone from a foreign country, because you have to get like a work visa and all this stuff. And so it's like, they only are going to pay that much out of pocket when it's a high level person who can do really extensive, really intelligent work that you just can't find a ton of people running around the world who do that kind of work. So they're like, sure, we don't mind outsourcing and paying these major fees. And I feel like that's kind of the thing with light workers, because I think there's a lot of people that want to incarnate on this planet, and sometimes it's just people's time to come in. But when you're a light worker, a lot of times that's like Spirit deliberately put you in, lined everything up, coordinated everything, and it's just like a company that arranged a work visa and paid for the flight and paid for housing or whatever it is, and, you know, did all this stuff, paid to recruit. They're like, no, you need to be good at this job. We hired you to be good at this job. And so I feel like for you guys are going to get clarification about what it is that you're supposed to do, and ultimately it's going to lead to wealth and overflow. I love this card. One of my favorite cards in the whole, all my card decks is this card: overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. So it's like, and I'm feeling like I should say the number, so 43, and that adds up to 7. So I mean, I feel like for you guys, this is going to be a number of you guys having to put in work and come back to yourself a little bit, because some of you guys have lost yourselves in other people's expectations of you. A lot of times also light workers tend to get placed in very dysfunctional families, because that's one of their early assignments, is like, fix this family because they're a mess. And so the little baby gets placed in a dysfunctional family, and at 4 years old they're sorting out problems between mom and dad and whatever, or they are having to deal with mom going into a rage or whatever it is. So a lot of these light workers have difficult childhoods or have difficult early stuff happen in life, and it's because it needs to happen to prepare you with a little bit of pain so that you can do this high level work. Because keep in mind, we forget a lot of the stuff that happens on the astral plane once we incarnate into this plane. So even though you may have gone through pain in other lifetimes and you have a deep accumulated knowledge, you kind of need to be reminded. You need a refresher course, because you forget a lot of that. So you need to be able to have pain to understand what other people are going through. So let's get more cards for pile 1. What blessings are they going to have? Healing. Like I was saying, you guys are healers. You guys have healing energy to you. Wish wisely. Believe in magic. I think you guys need to believe in your own magic. You guys need to realize how powerful you guys are, and it's almost like you need to get your groove back. You guys need to realize that you guys have this limitless potential, that you guys are such powerful creators and beautiful souls. Seriously, I feel like this is my healer pile. This is my like star seed pile. This is my pile of people who can change the world in such a positive way and have such an important gift to share with people. And so it's like, I think some of you guys, you're going to transform, you know, but I don't think it's going to be necessarily a tower moment, which is really nice because most of the time a big transformation happens with a tower moment. I feel like a lot of these changes, they're going to come in gradually and they're going to come in easily. And so by that, I mean, you know, most of the time when we have a big life change, it happens with like, you lose your job and then you lose your relationship and then this goes wrong and that goes wrong. And, you know, those are the big changes that often happen. And of course, as annoying as those can be, they can also be some of the most important changes and ultimately really positive. But I think the good thing for you guys is I feel like these changes, they're just going to kind of come in the form of small realizations, small moments of like, okay, I'm supposed to do that. Oh, you know what? Actually, I noticed she always says that when I have good news. You know what I mean? And suddenly you're going to have this new psychic awareness of things. You guys might have heightened psychic abilities. You might find yourselves really good at manifesting because I feel like wish wisely, believe in magic, magical gateway. Like you're going to be better at magic. A lot of you guys have powerful hands. You could even, I feel like some of you could put your hands on people and heal them, or, you know, do magic using your hands. Like you carry energy between your hands. And some of you guys might work with tarot or oracle cards too. So there's something about your hands that's very powerful is what I'm getting. But I think that you guys are going to really start getting empowered. I feel like by the time next year at this time, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm seeing like almost like a witch from, I think, so I don't watch the Marvel films or like the Avengers or whatever, just because I'm not that interested in them. No offense to anyone who is, it's just not my cup of tea, but I like dark films. And so it's just not for me, but I think I've seen stills from Marvel where it's the Scarlet Witch and she's like stretching her hands out and she's got like little things of lightning shooting from them or little electrical things shooting out from her hands, and her hands are like that, and it's just like electrical line, and she's just controlling things with her hands. I think that's how it works with the Scarlet Witch, and that's what I'm seeing. Like, I feel like next time you guys are going to be so powerful with the stuff you guys are able to do. And it's almost like I'm hearing that this is the thing that your family has been afraid of, or your friends. I feel like both. I feel like you guys have had jealous family members and jealous friends. And I feel like by the time next year, fast forward 1 year, you're going to be like, oh my God, I had no idea how jealous they were. And now I can't even see it the same way at all. Like, I look back at some of my friendships with people that I was like, no, they're friendly. They're just kind of prickly. And now I'm like, I can't believe how jealous that girl was. Like, the things that stick out to you when you get more psychic ability. And I think so much of us too, we spend so much time with wishful thinking. Like, we want to have that good, perfect friend. We want to have that tight, close friendship. We want to have that tight, close relationship with our mom or our dad. And for those of us who may not be blessed with like the best family or friend situation, it can be really heartbreaking to admit that someone didn't have our best interests at heart, that someone didn't really like us, especially if you're a light worker with a really pure soul who isn't jealous of genuinely gets excited for other people, genuinely wants the best for people, genuinely, is like a sweetheart. Then it's really hard to accept that someone who was in your life for a long time really, really, really wanted to see you fail. And I know that's difficult to admit, but once you admit it, I feel like it's such a load off your mind. It's like, I don't have to lie to myself. It's like you were gaslighting yourself. into pretending like everything was cool, and you knew deep down it wasn't, but you lied to yourself. And that's the real betrayal, is like, I lied to myself. No one else played me, I played myself. As DJ Khaled would say, congratulations, you played yourself. And so it's like, once you fully realize that and commit to not playing yourself, and commit to, I'm going to be my own best friend, and I'm going to be my advocate, and if other people get annoyed by it or other people get mad and nasty, then that's on them, but I'm going to advocate for myself, and I'm not going to tolerate your BS anymore. That is a major key moment of so many shifts and changes in your life, and so many blessings coming in. But of course, things take time. So I feel like over the next year or so, you guys are going to have these huge realizations, and then you're going to start down that path. And then I think the end result of the path is huge abundance, huge blessings coming in, huge glow ups, and just so much amazing stuff happening. But it's like, you guys have got to take those first steps. You guys have got to commit to you actually putting yourselves first. And I think also light workers have a tendency to tolerate a bunch of BS because they can see the pain in other people, and they know that the jealous friend is coming from a place of insecurity because their dad wasn't that nice to them, and they have insecurity issues with women about male attention. And so, and they know that, and they know the jealous coworker is being mean to them because she's having a fight with her boyfriend, and she knows deep down her boyfriend's cheating on her, and they know their mom is being mean to them because their mom, never really got a lot of attention as a child, and blah, 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 blah. But the thing is it's not your thing to fix, and you guys have a bigger mission, and it's not dealing with, Barbara's anger issues because she never got therapy for her trauma. And I'm not trying to make fun of it, but it's like, you guys have bigger fish to fry, and sitting around and being, sabotaged by someone who never fixed themselves and never did the work to fix their traumas is not a part of your life destiny. You guys have a big destiny. And I think this is another reason why light workers often have a effed up early life, is because they do tolerate that bad behavior, and God doesn't like it because God is protective, especially of the light workers. And so God, it's like, if you knew that every single night a dog or like a bear was coming in, or like a small animal like a coyote or something was coming in, and is that unfocused? I love when my camera just randomly unfocuses, so fun. But say you had a dog, and you knew that every night a coyote was coming into your yard and attacking that dog, and like messing with it, biting it, fighting with it, scratching it up. And every morning you'd wake up and you'd see your dog, and it had blood, scratches, messed up ear, bite marks. Would you keep chaining that dog up outside and like just leaving it in the yard for the coyote to F it up every night? No. And if you found out someone was doing that to their dog, you'd probably be mad, and you'd probably be like, what the heck is wrong with you? You're a horrible dog owner. Especially the more you love that dog, you're going to be like so angry if you find out someone's doing that to the dog, regardless of their intentions. And we know that, but we do that to ourselves. We put ourselves in bad situations with toxic people as light workers. So many of us do this. We know someone's not treating us right, but we make excuses. We pretend it's okay. And I feel like for you guys are going to stop tolerating this. You're going to stop mucking around in this, and then your energy is going to get sorted out. Because I feel like right now it's very dysfunctional, to be honest. It's kind of in a loop because of these other people. Like, they keep coming in and sabotaging you. They're in dysfunctional spirals, and so you have been like sucked into this little hurricane that they've created, and you're gonna just make a detour out, and you're going to be able to now take this straight line, if that makes sense. That's what I'm seeing in my head, towards success and towards abundance, because Spirit doesn't want to reward you when you're tolerating bad-ish, because it's not good, and it's a bad pattern of behavior. What blessings are coming into Pile 1's life? What are they going to be thankful for? Grieving, forgiveness. Wow. Good luck. Wow. Yeah, I feel like a lot of this, it's going to be you grieving. What's coming into Pile 1's life? It's going to be loss, putting up boundaries. Yeah. I think forgiveness, but it's not so much in the sense of like, okay, it's time for you to just make amends and pretend everything's fine. It's more along the lines of you guys deciding that this behavior is wrong. Because I think some of you guys don't even know that this behavior is bad. And we got home and clarity. And that's so true. You guys are going to get clarity. And a lot of it is about stuff that's been going on at home, like family stuff. Yeah, family stuff, friendships as well. And we got friendship. So it's like you guys are going to, I don't think it's forgiveness in the sense of like, okay, kumbaya, forgive them and give them a big hug and then invite them in and hang out again. It's more along the lines of forgiveness because you realize that they really did do evil stuff. And only once we come to that full clarity can we actually forgive. It's when we really take ownership of like, I know exactly what the F you did. I know you did it on purpose. I know you didn't do it by accident. I know you didn't make that comment to my boyfriend about how I'm a disaster and blah, blah, blah when I had my back turned and out of goodwill. I know you're trying to sabotage me. You know, once you realize that, then and only then can you either choose to forgive, but sometimes choosing to forgive means also moving on. It's like, I forgive you and God bless, and don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Or as I like to say, my favorite quote from Outcast, which is let bygones be bygones and you can go and get the hell on. And so it's like, exactly. That's how I kind of forgive. Because once I realized I had to refilm because I totally almost cursed, but once I realize someone is effing up my bag, they're out of my life, I will not keep them around. I've tried over and over, trust me, with so many dysfunctional people to forgive and then welcome them on back into my life and like, it's fine, don't worry about it. And I always got punished so hard by God. Like, I will not make that mistake anymore. If I could tell you the amount of money, the amount of time, the amount of opportunities I've screwed up because I forgave dysfunctional people and let them into my life. Now I've forgiven those people. I have no ill will in my heart, but they are not in my life anymore. And I literally could not be happier. So I think that just because it says forgiveness, don't think that means like, okay, so welcome them on in and make a big seat for them at the table. Yeah. So we got expansion, gratitude, and letting go. And so much of this is about letting go. And I didn't mention boundaries, putting up boundaries. You guys are going to be learning to put up boundaries with these people and finding your passion. I feel like once you guys have disentangled yourself from this like spider's web, it's like, I always hear that line from Gone with the Wind where she says like, you've been on him just like a spider. She says it like that. I love the way she says it, but it's like, that's what they've been doing to you. They kind of wove a web and got you all caught up in it. And then they kind of, they keep you kind of spiraled into them. And I feel like you guys are going to disentangle yourself. And so this is why I think it's not immediate blessings. It's not immediate windfall of money. It's not immediate $1 million coming in. There's steps to this. You got to disentangle first, then you can focus on pursuing the money. But that's got to happen, to be honest. You've got to disentangle yourself from some of these toxic people. But I feel like once you guys do, that's when the passion comes in. That's when the expansion and the leadership comes in. Because I also think one thing that I'm picking up on is a lot of you guys would have a leadership role or be almost in the spotlight, but it's almost like you guys have been afraid to because of the people in your life. And I feel like in a way, whenever you guys took a leading role where you were center stage and all eyes were on you, people in your life would sabotage it or be very uncomfortable with it or be very angry about it. And they would let you know that they don't like it. They would punish you and they would find things to do to make you regret that you had stepped out in front of them. They wanted to be center stage. They're jealous of you. They wish they had your gifts, your talents, your beauty, your amazingness, your specialness, your healing qualities, that people are drawn to you like a moth to a flame because you guys are this bright light shining in the darkness. And so They are jealous. They don't understand why you get all the attention, why you have so many people into you, why you have all these eyes on you. They don't get it and they don't understand it. And guess what? They never will, because they're not you and they don't have the healing energy that you guys have. And that's a gift from God, and it was appointed to you. And them being mad, salty, angry, it doesn't change a thing. The only thing it could change is your ability to actually use that gift in this lifetime, which is what God wants you to do. And so for the money to come in, you've got to step into the spotlight. You've got to step into this role, take a leadership position, and be willing to have all eyes on you. Because I think some of you guys have trauma associated with that, where maybe you were told when you were younger, like, oh, you always have to be the center of attention, don't you? Or like, well, there she is again, just trying to get attention, or whatever, like passive aggressive comments and stuff to make you feel bad about you guys being the star that you are. But what they really were jealous that they couldn't do it. And so I think there's going to be a lot of mental reframing in your mind of what you think is good, what you think is bad, what you deserve, what you don't deserve. Because some of you guys have internalized this idea that you don't deserve money, that you don't deserve success, that you don't deserve any attention or love. And you've internalized that from other people around you. And so it's going to be like a shedding of the skin. It's going to be a clearing out of these cobwebs. And first you got to clear out the house of all the dirty cobwebs and all the nasty old dust and grime. And then you can bring in the new beautiful furniture. So I think that this process is going to be you guys clearing it out, airing it out, throwing all the windows wide open, letting the sunshine and the fresh air come in, and scrubbing that floor until it's clean. And then Spirit can bring you this beautiful new life where you guys are living up to your destiny and really stepping into your power, your highest self. So I'm so excited for you guys. Pile 1, what a beautiful reading and energy. I'm really happy for you guys. And if you want to check out my Patreon, I have 2 videos posted right now, which the last one is how would they feel if they saw you with someone else? And the last one is, what are their sexual fantasies? And it's an 18+ drunk reading. So definitely check that out if you want to see my kind of more brutally honest readings. And we're taking reading requests and all kinds of fun stuff over there. So check it out if you guys want to join the party over at Patreon. And yeah, so I will be back soon for another reading, guys. Sending you guys lots of love and light. Enjoy your Thanksgiving if you celebrate, and have lots of pumpkin pie since you guys picked the pumpkin. So enjoy, guys. Love you so much. Take care. Bye. Hey, pile 2. So if you guys picked this pumpkin custard, this is going to be your reading. I really love this one. To me, it just looks like something so fancy that if it was at a Thanksgiving dinner, I would just be like, oh, okay, it's one of those. Okay. I wish I dressed up a little more because it looks like just, I don't know, so good and fancy, French, something like that. But anyway, let's get into your reading, guys. And I want to mention right before I started filming, the clock was 3:33 just randomly. So super good sign for you guys. So you guys got the Queen of Cups, the Empress, the Devil, the 5 of Swords, the Hermit, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, the Moon, and the Death card. So I feel like you guys are coming so strong into your own energy. I feel like this may be a fun time for you guys where it's almost like you may be going out, doing more, pursuing more, coming into an energy where you guys are going after your bag. I'm hearing that Ariana Grande song, I Want It, I Got It. I don't know even what song that is, but I always hear it during these readings. I don't know if it's 7 Rings, but I always hear it. I feel like it's a great manifestation song. I feel like you guys are going to be really good at manifesting. Some of you guys, I feel, maybe going out more or spending time more parsing through your friendships, kind of realizing who the toxic, shady people are. But I feel like no matter what, whether you're going out or spending time alone, you guys are going to just be way more discerning about the people around you and who they are, the kind of energy you have around you. You are not going to tolerate bad behavior anymore. You're going to see through it when someone has like a bad attitude or isn't. Oh my God, you got the Page of Pentacles again. So you guys are going to be pursuing money super hard. That, and you got Death again. Oh, it's always the same cards. It's so funny how that happens, isn't it? So yeah, you guys are going to be shedding an old identity. I feel like it's almost like seeing someone kind of coming out of, maybe you guys have been holed up because of this whole situation that's been going on in the world. And it's almost like some of you guys are going to be really ready to party or leave old relationships. Maybe you had like a boyfriend or something or a girlfriend where you felt like you couldn't go out a lot or you didn't want to go out. And it's almost like you guys, I feel, are going to be in this new lifestyle. I feel like you guys could be going out and socializing, going out and hitting the town, going out and having fun and kind of throwing caution to the wind. If you guys have been really cautious or scared or having anxiety, some of that might start dissipating and you might step into your Empress energy where you're like, oh, nothing can bother me. No, I'm good. I'm protected. I'm surrounded by love and light. And you don't get nervous or afraid or fearful. Like you guys might find yourself, going out at a bar and your friends are like, that guy's so cute over there. Oh my gosh. And normally you would hang over by the bar and kind of like be like, yeah, well, whatever. And next thing you know, you're walking over there, you're introducing yourself, you're being really flirty, you're getting yourself a drink or he's getting you a drink and you're, batting your eyelashes at him. Or if you're a guy, that energy towards, the girl you're into or whatever you're into, whoever you're into, you guys are going to, I feel like, be so much more bold and brave and you don't mind putting yourself out there. You're down to have fun. You're down to go out, go all over, go out on the town. And so I feel like this is just going to be you guys having a good time, you guys having fun, and a new fresh energy coming in that I feel like is going to provide you with a lot more opportunity. I feel like a lot of these friendships are very important to you. It's almost like your Instagram is going to be popping off or something. People are going to see you and observe you out having this different lifestyle. And it's just going to be like a fun period in your life. I feel like you're going to look back on this time and be like, wow. And I feel like it's like you guys glow up and get confidence from this. We got the Hanged Man. And so it's like, I feel like if you have an idea of yourself as like, oh, I'm an introvert or I'm really mousy or, I'm not that special or something, that's really going to change. You guys are going to start realizing how much fun you are, how you guys are the life of the party, how you guys can command whatever you want. And I feel like that also helps you with career, like social situations that may have made you afraid before, like going up to your boss and asking for more money or something. You're not going to mind doing it. You're going to be like, whatever. I mean, I came up to that guy at the club last weekend and he did exactly what I wanted. He asked me out on a date and all my friends were like, oh, he's way too cute. He won't date anyone. And he asked me out on a date. So why can't I ask my boss for a raise? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some of this going out energy is just going to be, it's like a shedding of a skin. It's like you guys suddenly see yourselves through new life. I feel like it's almost like someone who's being invigorated, someone who was like a caterpillar and they're coming into a butterfly or something in like a really positive way. Like, I feel like you guys are going to feel a lot more powerful, and you guys might also just be going through a physical glow up as well. I feel like some of you guys are going to be physically just much more attractive during this period. You're going to be, I feel like, just attracting a lot of attention. We got the Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Empress. And I just feel like a lot of people are going to look at you and be like, wow, I mean, did they do something? Did they get some kind of procedure done? Like, they just look so good. Did they get a facial? Did they have a new skincare regime? Like, it's like people are going to wonder if you did something or how you're looking so good, if you got a new wardrobe. Like, I feel like everyone is just going to be speculating because they can't really understand how you look so good. So that came out last reading. So we're going to do new blessings for pile 2. Positive movement forward. Choose wisely. Power. Yeah, you guys are going to have power. I'm hearing that song, that album title from Halsey, which is like, I want power. What did she say? I don't want something, I want power, or whatever. I feel like you guys are going to have power, a lot of social power, I feel. Yeah, I feel like people are going to respect you. And honestly, some of you guys may be out like drinking or partying a lot, maybe even, having a new sexual relationship or something, or multiple, I don't know, but I feel like this is just going to be a really fun period. Maybe some of you guys were trying to manifest like a fun group of friends or a social life that's popping off. Maybe you guys, you know, want to be out at the club meeting people, and if that's the case, I feel like you guys are going to get it, and I feel like people are going to have a new respect for you. Some of them may have a new image of you, like where they thought you were mousy, or they thought that you were you know, just kind of like a homebody, and now they're like, oh dang, this person actually can really party. Or, you know, it could be also some of you guys might be dating someone that gives you a different status. It could be that you are dating someone who has a certain level of social status or like career status or something that gives them a lot of attention, where people are going to suddenly kind of know your name, kind of a vibe. Like people that maybe are very shallow and weren't nice to you before, it's like I'm hearing they're gonna have to kiss the ring. So it could also be career success that gives you that. I feel like a lot of this though, if it's career, I feel like it would be something career that would involve like some kind of social platform. So like it could be on social media, or it could be, you know, a social career where you're like a party planner, or you're in PR and you're, you know, meeting different people. But there's something about like socializing. There's something about a reputation of people seeing your face, people knowing your name. You know, it's not like, oh, I published a dissertation and no one else read it except like 5 people, but I got a little promotion at work. It's like people are aware of you, people are hearing your name, people are hearing about you. You know what I mean? People, and I feel like a lot of this is physical appearance. So there's people seeing you physically somehow, and seeing your like actual face and body and everything, and people being like, wow, they look really good. I don't know what they did, but they look really good. It could be some of you guys even doing a new workout routine or something, or changing up your diet or something, and building some muscle. But I just feel like there's like a glow up and people are taking notice. And some of the shallow people that maybe before discounted you or were like, oh, well, they're not really important, they're going to have to take notice now. They're going to have to pay attention and almost like humble themselves a little bit around you guys. So let me get more cards. What is going to be blessings that happen for pile 2? What are they going to be thankful for? What is pile 2 going to be thankful for? I feel like you guys are going to be going out a lot, socializing a lot. I feel like you guys are going to be going to parties with influential people, and we got new beginnings. Yep. It's like you guys are going to be, some of you guys are going to be meeting your tribe, or meeting really good friends or influential friends who can introduce you to people. Abundance. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you guys are going to be out and about, and you know, just having like new energy come into your life. You guys are going to, it's almost like this is your time to be center stage or something. Like I feel like these people are coming together to party or something. It looks like a good time in the forest or wherever this is, in like the fairy glen. They look like they're like pouring stuff and imbibing some stuff. I feel like you guys are gonna find your tribe, or you're going to find, maybe it could even be people on social media. Like it could be that you have an interest in something really specific, like frogs, and you post, I don't know, a photo of your pet frog, and next thing you know, a bunch of people follow you, and then there's other frog accounts, and then they're like, hey, do you want to collab? And next thing you know, you have a little community of people that love frogs, and you know, you get like, you know, social media attention for it or something, and it just is like this really pure-hearted community of people that like vibe on the same level as you. But I feel like there's this community feeling. I feel like there are people coming together and supporting you, people seeing your worth and value in a way that other people may not have, and people kind of celebrating you. Like I feel like it's like people who, there are people that never took notice of you and never really took you seriously and almost discounted you, or were like, oh, that person's not important. Like I'm thinking of, I had an ex who was like, really socially powerful. And it was so bizarre when we started dating because people would treat me so different. And I was like, okay, but like you never noticed me before and now suddenly you want to be my best friend and you're talking my ear off at a party all because I'm dating this person. Like, just so whack. But you know what? It is kind of gratifying to be in that position and to know that like they had to come with respect, even if they didn't want to, even if they don't like it, they don't really have a choice. And so that's how it goes. And so as much as it's shallow of them, it is kind of fun to see them have to like humble themselves, not to be like totally petty and a jerk about it, but you know, it's like, you're kind of a jerk, so whatever, I don't mind that you have to, maybe this is uncomfortable for you, too bad, you know? So I feel like there's something like that that's going to happen where people who would never have looked twice at you are suddenly going to be like, oh. And I also felt like when I started dating that person that people were like, oh, wow, she got him. And it's like, yeah, and actually I bring a lot to the table. Like, yeah, actually he's lucky to be with me, but I think, yeah, so there's something that's going to happen where people who discounted you and thought you were just like no one special are going to suddenly have their eyes glued to you. So let me get more cards. What blessings, what is pile 2 going to be thankful for? Sky Dancer, Surrender. You guys might be dancing. Oh, and we got dances on one foot. So yeah, I feel like you guys are going to be out dancing, out having fun. You guys are going to have a fun lifestyle. This is going to be like a party. I feel this is going to be like a party celebration vibe. Cosmic Wound, the Divine Feminine. So for those of you who are feminines, you're going to be really residing in your feminine energy. You're going to be feeling yourself. You're going to be improving your makeup routine and your fashion choices. You're going to have maybe like a new wardrobe or a new, you know, you might suddenly, because I know for years I was like, oh, I don't care about makeup. I don't care about it. And then one day I just basically, I don't know, it just flipped in my mind and suddenly I started, you know, caring about my nails, caring about my makeup, and really taking interest, and it was really fun doing my hair in cool colors. And that just popped up one day in my mind. You know, it was just like this sudden sea change in how I wanted to like present myself. And I feel like something like that is going to happen with you guys. It's going to be very organic. It's not like someone comes up to you and says like, oh, your nails look really ratty or something. It's just going to be something that you're like, I felt good doing this. I love putting on this makeup. And it's like, I feel like you guys are just going to feel very much in your feminine energy. And if you're a masculine, it could be that you're feeling in your masculine, but you're feeling yourself and you're like, oh, I look good in the mirror. And you're, you know, slicking back your hair and you're putting maybe some hair gel in, or, you know, going extra hard at the gym and making sure your muscles pop, and wearing a shirt that really showcases your pecs and, you know, showcases your beautiful masculine body, you know. So it's like, yeah, whichever energy you guys are in, I feel like you're going to be feeling yourself, vibing yourself, and just, you know, just, it's going to be a fun time for you. So let's get more cards. Limitless Possibilities, Stars in the Sky, Covenant, Sacred Contract. Some of you guys may be signing a contract. Like, I feel like I said, some of you guys maybe on social media or something, you could be signing a contract with social media, or I don't know. Oop, when we got all the leaves scattered. Okay, Dream Thief, Refusal of the Call, Drifter, Experiencing Life as it Comes. But what are these? This one that flew out, Repairing the Veil, Forgiveness. But like, honestly, to me, that looks like a corset. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if it's focusing. I have to fix these leaves. But yeah, I feel like it's like you guys may even be, I don't know, like this to me looks very archetypally feminine, because like I think only women wear corsets. So again, with like the feminine energy that I feel like you guys are going to exude. Okay, let me just put these leaves back. But yeah, so you guys are going to, I feel, maybe check off some dreams you guys had. You could be signing a contract. Like, again, I mentioned that some of you guys might be in career fields where you're in front of people. So social media or anything with being in front of people, and you might get a contract offer to you, or you signed something, like something long-term where you will be putting your face out there more. I feel like you guys are going to be also possibly meeting, some of you guys, like a soul partner or someone you're going to be in a relationship with, that it may be a sacred contract type of relationship where you made a contract with them on the other side to meet up, and it's just a really big blessing of a relationship. You guys glow up and are blessed because they came into your life. They may be someone who's influential or someone who has some power, but that's only for some of you. But yeah, I feel like regardless, this is going to be a fun time, and that goes for all of you in this group. Let me get more cards. What is pile 2 going to be thankful for? Confidence, yes, because you guys are feeling yourselves. I feel like this is just such a fun time. Financial health. I feel like some of you guys are going to be really exposed to like luxury stuff. Wow, empowerment. Yeah, you guys feel so empowered. I feel like some of you guys have been like almost holding yourselves back. Like maybe you came from a family where it was like, oh my God, you should never post a bikini photo on social media, or you should never date 2 people at once or something. I'm not saying you should do that. Maybe it could be really shady and bad and give you a karmic debt if you're doing it unethically, or you're lying to people or something. Oh, I love when it unfocuses. So much fun. But anyway, hopefully you can read the cards now, guys. We got confidence, financial health, empowerment, talent, trust, passion, strength, and manifestation. But I feel like, yeah, some of you guys may have come from a family where you were expected to act in a certain way, and now it's like all bets are off. You guys are doing exactly what you want and exactly what makes you feel good. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is going to be you guys being exposed to like luxury in some way. So it could be that you guys go out to like bars and clubs and you're around people who have money, or you're dating someone who has money, or a friend of yours says like, hey, this has been I'm so glad I met you a few weeks ago. Would you want to come with me to my country club? Or do you want to come with me to like my vacation house? It's like a ski house, or I don't know. I just feel like you guys are going to be exposed to some luxury, some like nice situations. Like if you guys go out, it might be good to, make sure you check it online first to see what the actual restaurant looks like. And I feel like a good tip for you guys is to make sure that you're going to like luxury establishments. Like when I lived in LA, there is a trend in LA of everything is like concrete. or at least I would say this. I'm sure there are lovely restaurants, lots of them in LA, but like especially the part of LA I lived in, which is kind of near West Hollywood, it was very like, I don't know, the cool look was like industrial, and it was very like concrete and bright white open floor plan with like tables. And I totally get the vibe, but I love like those smoky rooms with wood paneling and like bookshelves and corner booths made out of leather. That's the vibe I personally like. Of course, to each their own, and nothing is better or worse. But to me, I was just always like, I just never really vibed with the whole aesthetic that was super popular at the time. And I just feel like for you guys, a manifestation tip to help speed this process along is to go out to those places that make you feel good and sexy and luxurious. For me, I just could never fully vibe into my energy when I was like in a bright white concrete room with like a little one tiny like cactus potted plant decorating the table. It just isn't for me. Lots of people look amazing in that space and it vibes for them and it's fantastic. So I'm not like coming for that design style. I'm just saying for me, I didn't feel in my highest power. And for you guys, maybe there's a certain type of surrounding that will make you guys feel at your sexiest. For me, it's definitely those dark corners and like the, I love like velvet or dark leathers or like oak and dark woods and stuff like that, martinis. That vibe makes me feel really good. But whatever it is for you guys, maybe find a place like that and make it your local spot and go out and meet people or something. But I feel like you guys are going to be so in your power that a lot of this stuff is going to fall into your lap anyway, you guys are going to just randomly meet these people like out running errands, and someone's like, oh, I like your sweater. Do you live around here? You know, or something. Like, you guys are going to find this friend group and feel super empowered. And it's just going to be a really fun time in your life. And again, some of you guys may be working on your physical self. So you might be doing like a fitness routine or a workout routine, or changing your physical appearance so that your makeup looks better or something like that. But I feel like a lot of this is going to be showcasing your talent, you guys kind of taking center stage. You guys also might have really passionate relationships. If you guys are looking for a romantic relationship that is full of passion and sparks, I feel like a lot of that may be coming into your life. And for those of you, like I said, who have some kind of, I don't know, I keep getting this like public platform, or I don't know, a job where you're somehow in the public eye, that I feel like you guys are just going to take center stage with that, and it's going to happen really easily for you. It's going to showcase you super strongly, and you guys are going to come into your power with that. So let's get more cards for pile 2. What changes are they going to have that they will be thankful for next year? So we got strength again, and we got sanctuary, cave, Gaia, nurturing. What will pile 2 be thankful for? Power again. Okay. Tree, grounding. Ocean, ebb and flow. Yeah, I honestly just think you guys are going to be some of you guys may be going on like beach vacations or something, or having like a luxurious lifestyle, like in that sense, like traveling, like I said, a ski chalet or something. But I feel like it's like, yeah, you guys are going to kind of find your people. Kind of like I mentioned, you might find a bar. Like in every city I've lived in, I generally have at least one spot that I just always end up going to, know the bartender, know the menu, but like the back of my hand. And whenever someone's like, hey, do you want to meet up? I'm like, let's go there. And usually it's close to my house. But it's like, I think it's a great thing to have that bar that you just know really well, and you feel safe, you feel comfortable. And I feel like you guys are going to find like a place like that, and you're going to find your tribe, you're going to find your group, you're going to find your clique, your crew, and it's just going to allow you guys to reach new levels with your career. We did get the Page of Pentacles twice, so I feel like the financial blessings are also going to come in as a result of this. Yeah, and I think that for you guys, it's just going to be a really fun time in your life. You're just going to feel like, you know, like the blessings it's like an easy part of your life. It's an easy energy. It's not like you guys are having to fight. Hummingbird spirit, joy. That is going to be so accurate. Like, I feel like it's joyful. It's reminding me of like my first couple years outside of college. That was just so much fun, maybe too much fun, but I like, especially because I think when you're in college, you know, you're like, I was like, at least kind of, there was drama for me with people I dated, and I don't know, like you're not really old enough to kind of really know the city like the back of your hand. And when I was out of college, it was like it wasn't my first apartment, but I just loved my apartment. I loved where I lived. I lived like really in this downtown area, and it was so fun. I was going out a lot, socializing a lot, just having a blast. And I could never have that like schedule of staying up until 2 a.m. and then going to work the next day now, but it was such a fun time. And I feel like that's what's coming in for you guys, is just like joy and a little bit of chaos, but in a fun way, you know. Sometimes it can be fun chaos, you know. It doesn't have to be super negative, dark chaos. It can be like the chaos of like, oh my God, where are we going out tonight? Oh, did you get your nails done? Blah, blah, blah. Like, so I feel like you guys are going to have a fun group. It's going to be a fun time. If you guys have wanted to find a good friend group, I feel like you're going to have that. You're going to have people that see you for you and like what you're doing. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be putting out stuff that's very authentic. Like, you are going to put out stuff either on social media or just how you talk to people is like, you're going to be so okay with yourself. You're going to feel so confident that whereas before you may have like kept certain things inside or been like, oh, you know, I'm fine with that. Even if you weren't fine with a situation, like you would kind of play it off. And now it's like, you're just going to be feeling much more okay with being honest about situations and with about coming into your power. And I think that just rubs off on people, and people see how empowered you are, and people see that you are in your highest version of yourself, and they love that about you. So I think it's just going to be a really positive period, and you're going to attract the right types of people that really see you for who you are. Because once you start being really honest about who you are, you find that like it just cuts the process in, and this card just randomly fell out of the deck. So courage is a great word for like what's coming in as well. Like, I feel like once you have the courage to be really honest about who you are, it's amazing how people that may have been toxic, but you kept them in your life, they just start kind of clearing out. I know for me, once I became okay with like telling people like whatever was the truth, you can tell I've always been very honest, but I feel like the more you kind of course you can keep certain things to yourself, and everyone has the right to protect whatever information they want about themselves. But I also think that there's something liberating about really reaching a point where you're like, I don't really care if you judge me. I don't, it doesn't bother me. Like, it really doesn't. You don't get me, and that's okay. You're not supposed to. Not everyone, as I always say, this is one of my go-to catchphrases, not everyone likes caviar, right? Not everyone likes filet mignon or whatever. So I feel like it's like good. I mean, caviar especially is really divisive as a flavor, and it's like the most expensive thing on the planet, right? So yeah, the more like the better you are, the more people will dislike you or not enjoy you. And you know, things that everyone pretty much likes is like a McDonald's hamburger, and one costs like $500 and the other costs like $2. And so, not that money is the only arbiter of things, but it's just like, my point is that beautiful things, a lot of times people won't appreciate them or see them, and it's because it's not for them. So I feel like you guys are going to come into your confidence. You guys are going to start finding your people that really see you, really appreciate you, really love you. And it's just going to be an overall grow up, and you guys are going to be in such a happy, fun time. Wow. I'm kind of jealous because I am thinking back to my time of this lifestyle, and I'm like, wow, it was so much fun. I mean, it was like a wild time, but so much fun. So you guys are going to be in for like a blast, I feel like. And yeah, that is so beautiful to see that. But anyway, guys, I really hope it helped. If you want, you can check out my Patreon. I just posted a new video, and it is what would they think if they saw you with someone else. And I also have my 18+ drunk video of what are their sexual fantasies. So if you guys would be interested in those, check out my Patreon. It's over there right now, and I'm super excited about some of my new posts coming up as well. So you can see all about that over there, and I will be back soon for another reading. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving if you celebrate, and if not, have an amazing day anyway. And I will be back soon for another reading. So see you guys then. Take care. Bye. Hey, pile 3. So if you guys picked this turkey leg, this is going to be your reading. It is, I think, a chicken wing, but we're saying it's a turkey leg today. If a turkey leg was shrunk down by like a micro shrinker thing and deep fried. So anyway, you can see all the details, all the nooks and crannies. It really looks like you could bite it and dig in. But anyway, let's get into your reading, guys. Page of Wands, 9 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, 2 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. So a lot of blessings we can see coming in across the board, from romance to money. So maybe you guys are that pile that is just glowing up in every direction. But I feel like, yeah, you guys are going to have money coming in, first of all. If you guys have been having a hard time kind of finding your path to money, I feel like that is going to shift and change, and you guys are going to start seeing the beginning towards building prosperity. Like, you guys are going to maybe have an idea that gives you money, or you guys are going to be really plugged in at work and really enjoying it. I feel like family situation is going well. You're vibing with your family, and you guys feel emotionally fulfilled. I feel like there's just happiness happening, you know? There's a good feeling. You guys may also be having a relationship happen with the lovers coming in. So I feel like there's like a good direction. I feel like this is a new start of like contentment. Like you guys are just feeling good, you know? Other cards I pulled are Bee Spirit, Prosperity, Spirit Guardian of Autumn, Letting Go, Uncertainty, Thicket of Thorns, that's hard to say, and Willow Spirit, Flexibility. So I can also see that with the Eight of Cups, you guys will be leaving certain things behind, putting certain things in the past, maybe like dysfunctional energy that you guys have, you know, not been able to leave your life. I honestly just feel the vibe of you guys being really happy. Like, I feel like you guys are just going to be in a really good place. I feel like you guys are going to be contented. You know what I mean? There's not going to be a ton of tension or hardship coming in. Let me get more cards for pile 3. What blessings, what are they going to have to be thankful for? So we got 7 of Pentacles again. Wow. So, okay, your hard work is going to be paying off for sure. If you guys have been working on something, oh, wow. 2 of Cups. Okay. Love definitely coming in for you guys. Wow. Yeah. And 6 of Wands. So it may even be, you know, I don't know, a public wedding ceremony or something. And also the 10 of Cups. Yeah, it could be, if you guys are in a relationship, making that into, you know, having some kind of public spectacle, a public engagement, a public wedding. If you aren't in a relationship, I feel like this is a relationship that, you know, may move quickly. It may be that kind of relationship where you guys start discussing marriage early on, or where you guys are just on that path. This could be like your person coming in, if that's something you guys want. I feel like with the 2 of Wands coming in twice, this is you guys really planning and hashing out a direction for your life. If you guys have felt aimless, or like you don't know which way you want to go and you're unsure and you just don't know, this is going to be a lot of those questions being answered for you, a lot of resolution as far as exactly where you want to head. I feel like with you guys, it's like you guys are moving things ahead in your life that you guys may have been putting work on. They're starting to pay off. They're starting to be fulfilled. You guys are busy. I feel like you guys are just going to enjoy your life. You guys are going to feel really plugged in and happy about it, like your lifestyle you like. If you guys are having to wake up at 7 a.m. to go to your job, you're loving waking up in the morning and seeing the sunsets and sipping your coffee. You know, if you guys have to or get to sleep in every day, you're loving the extra hours of sleep. And sleep is something that also may be coming in with the 4 of Swords. So it's like, I feel like this is just a peaceful time. I feel like over this next year, there's like this peaceful vibe of like, okay, I kind of figured it out a little bit. Like, maybe it's been a struggle for a while. Maybe you guys have had a lot of hardship, and maybe this is finally starting to feel like kind of like that wave is cresting. Like you guys have been fighting against the current, and finally you're getting a break. Finally things are coming in and getting easier, and the work you're putting in is paying off. You're starting to reap the rewards of your harvest. You're starting to see that growth. Maybe you're not at the final place of like money rain, but you're getting there. You're getting really close. Some of you guys may even be on that path already towards seeing the money rain. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's just a lot of like almost enlightenment and awareness that comes in. There's a lot of wisdom, but it doesn't feel like it's like hard realizations. A lot of times wisdom comes in the form of like tough lessons, of like tough realization, like, this person never really liked me, or this job was never for me, or I should have cut that off earlier, you know, and they're hard, they're painful. But I don't see this as painful realizations. I see for a lot of you guys, this is happy realizations. This is like, you know, I probably should have cut that off earlier. Anyway, I love my life. I'm really happy. So, you know, it doesn't bother me too much. Let me get more cards for pile 3. We want to find out for the chicken wing pile, what are they going to be thankful for? Celebration and solitude. So maybe you guys will have time to rest and relax. Like I said, you might have time to sleep if you guys have been sleep deprived. Yeah, that may start coming in. I feel like you guys are going to be celebrating. It's just going to be a good, happy time. And you guys may be meditating or getting downloads from the spiritual realm because you are going to be spending time sleeping and stuff. It just seems like this is like a good step on your journey. You know what I mean? This is a period of time when things are easier, when things aren't high strung, when things just seem to like flow. Like, I feel like this is, you know how you look back at certain periods of your life and you're like, oh, I had it so easy. Wow, those were the days. That's kind of like what is coming in for you guys. I feel like this is going to be blessings and happiness and just a lot of joy coming in. I feel like for some of you guys, this is after a period of hardship or a period of difficulty, and you guys really felt very confused. And I feel like a lot of this is clarity coming in, realizations, you guys having mental awareness. For others of you guys, it is love begins, we just got. So it's like, and patience and planning is so true, and prosperity begins. So like, yeah, you guys are like my love and money pile. Wow, usually it's one or the other, but you guys are getting both. So I do feel like this may be a soulmate coming in. I do feel like whoever this comes in is going to be serious about you. They're going to want to, like, they're not just using you for a good time. They're not just trying to, you know, waste your time or just have fun and play around. Like, I feel like whoever this is, they may move things along quickly, or they're looking for a serious life partner. They're looking for someone to spend the rest of their life with and build a family with. And so I feel like this, I can see like a couple like cooking each other breakfast in the morning, or making coffee together, or you know, cuddling by like a fire in winter, or picking out pumpkins at a pumpkin patch, speaking of Thanksgiving. And so it's like, yeah, I feel like you guys are going to be building a life together for some of you, not everyone. But if that's something you feel ready for at this time in your life, I feel like you guys can manifest that and make it happen really well at this time in your life. I feel like this may be, yeah, this beautiful relationship. If you're already, some of you guys may already be in a relationship, and this may be an engagement or some kind of public proof that you guys are together, a wedding as well. I feel like this is a time, again, I just keep getting that in the future, you guys are going to look back at this time in your life and be like, wow, those were the glory days. Those were the halcyon days of so many beautiful things happening. And you're going to just really look back and savor this time. And you're going to, I feel like, just also see this as you guys maybe, if you're in a couple with someone, you also might be building wealth together. It may be that you're supporting a partner who is like in law school, or who is getting promoted at work or something. I feel like you guys are on the path to prosperity with the two of you together. Like, you guys are doing it very slow and steady by the right means. It's not like a chaotic energy. It's like very like mom and dad energy. Like mom and dad helping their kids pick out a pumpkin at the pumpkin patch type energy, you know. Mom and dad like apple picking with their kids, and, you know, chasing their dog around the dog park kind of vibe. Like, it's like, you know, I keep seeing images of like, you know, Christian Girl Autumn, like something like that, like plaids and pumpkin spice lattes, and I don't know. Of course, not everyone likes that aesthetic or whatever, and I'm not commenting on it. I'm just saying, like, you know, those vibes, they always seem so cozy and homey, and that's kind of the energy, like, and safe, you know, it just feels very like safe and like cozy, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like, it's not chaos, it's not wildness, it's like, this is very balanced, but you guys are definitely in a celebratory energy, and we have so many cards about celebration. So you may be going out with friends to, you know, get drinks, finding your friend group that you really vibe with. But I feel like regardless, if you're going out to get drinks with friends, it's not going to be like, oh my God, we stayed out until 4 a.m. and then we got a ride home with these random guys who are at the bar. And then like one of my friends, you know, she did 10 shots. And so then we had to like carry her out. Like, it's not going to be crazy, chaotic stuff. It's going to be like you go out to have wine with your best girlfriends and have some cheese and like a charcuterie platter, which I love that. I love this vibe. I mean, love it. But yeah, so it's going to be real chill. It's going to be like a happy time. This is like the ideal festive holiday season vibe, I feel like, that you guys got. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have been looking for a soulmate. You are serious. You're not a reckless person who is just bopping all around the place and, you know, dating there and dating here and just like whatever and commitment phobic. Like, you guys have been looking for your person. You guys have been looking for like a real love. I'm hearing that song Real Love by Carly Rae Jepsen, and I'm not gonna hurt your eardrums by actually trying to sing it, but if you listen to that song, she just sings like real love, and that's in like a way high note that I'm definitely not going to attempt. But if you listen to that song, like, she just pitches that note up so high, and I always hear that song in my head when I feel like, you know, someone's looking for something serious. Not because I feel like that song is about how you date around or how you have loves that like aren't like a true love kind of, and then it's like, I want the real thing. I want it, give it to me straight. I want the full experience. I don't want, you know, well, yeah, we liked each other, I guess we were in love, I guess I loved him. No, like real love. And I feel like that's what you guys have been searching for, is like, and I'm hearing also that Grey's Anatomy quote. Some of you guys may be into Grey's Anatomy, where she says like, I am a person looking for love, or whatever she says. It's like that, because I know I haven't watched that show in a while, but so I don't know the exact quote, but I know she says something like, I am a person who is looking for love. I am, or is it, that could be also Carrie from Sex and the City, which I did watch, and she does say that for sure. She says, I am looking for love. And it's like, that's you guys. And I feel like for some of you guys, you really found it. And this is like a solid foundation for you guys to build a future off of. It's not a wishy-washy. This person, I feel, is going to be very serious about you and is going to want to escalate things fairly quickly into laying down solid foundation, like solidifying stuff. Like, they might ask you to move in quick. They might ask you to, you know, what's your plan on having kids? How many kids do you want? On like the second date. And you might be like, this is a little early, but I feel like this person has good intentions, and they just like, it's like they just know when they see it. And I think sometimes people can be creeped out when someone's like coming on that strong. For me, I've always known. I didn't tell the person. I wasn't like, we're going to be in love. But I always knew, for the times I've been in love, I always knew love at first sight. It always happened to me right away. I guess probably because I am psychic, but I feel like that happens to a lot of people. I mean, it is a phenomenon, love at first sight. And I think sometimes, you know, a lot of people, like, they just know. And sometimes people take a little bit longer to figure it out. And I know I'm sure they're probably extremely freaked out by the idea that, you know, someone just met them but already knows. But that's how I am, and so I totally get it. I don't think your person is like creepy. I think that they've been looking for you. You know, they have been looking for someone like you, and they are trying to find someone to build a life with as well. They're probably sick and tired of dating the people that aren't serious and the people that were wasting their time too. So it goes both ways. And so it's like both of you guys are sick and tired of maybe being on Tinder or swiping, and you guys are ready to, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to share values with this person. A lot of you guys are going to have maybe even a similar background, like you had a similar family structure, like your parents stayed married, or maybe your parents got divorced and you don't want to repeat it. Or it could be like your parents are divorced and their family is married, but both of you are so committed to the idea of you want to be married for life. Or both of you guys grew up in like a military brat family. Or, you know, where both of you had parents in the army and you were traveling around, or both of you guys had parents that, mom was a stay-at-home mom and dad was the breadwinner or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of these commonalities where you're like, yes, or you have the same political beliefs, or you have the same values. It's just like there's so much you guys have in common that I feel like makes this perfect foundation. Or both of you guys eat organic and both of you guys really care about food. Like something that you guys are going to share that will build this instant commonality, and you'll understand why they're wanting to make things happen pretty quick. You're not going to be as freaked out about it as you may have been when you first heard that this person might be asking about kids on like the second date, so yeah, let's get more cards for pile 3, the chicken wing, turkey leg. What is going to happen? What kind of blessings? Oh my God, commitment. And you guys, this is why I like to live shuffle, so you guys can see that I don't pre-pick cards. It flew out. Commitment. So yeah, this is definitely commitment. And it's not, like I said, happiness. It's not a commitment for one night. Like I feel like sometimes people can commit, but it's almost like, I'll commit to you for 2 weeks and we're in a relationship, but if something better comes along, whatever. Like, I feel like this is like real commitment. This is like, I am committed to you 100%. I am into you 100%. I don't want to be with anyone else. I want to be with you. And you guys are going to feel so happy and gratified by this, because this is something you guys have been waiting for and looking for. For some of you guys, you had to build up boundaries because you got used by people or you were tricked. People lied to you. And now it's like you feel much more empowered and you can trust. This person doesn't take advantage of you. They don't try to play mental games or put you in a bad headspace. Peace. Oh my God, that is so the vibe. Like you guys are just at peace. And I feel like this person just sees you as very beautiful. They see you as just exactly what they wanted. You guys may have had people in the past that like always put you down or would, check out Instagram models, or you always felt like you just never, like, even though they would be like, no, I love you, babe. It never really hit. You just always were like, really? Like, I feel like it's very different when you see someone look at you that really loves you and really sees so much beauty in you. It's like a life-changing thing. It's like, oh wow, oh my God, this is the real thing. It just does something to your soul. And I feel like this person is gonna see you like that. What's coming to mind for me is like, I know, like, it's funny, but I was just thinking this the other day, and it's so funny how these thoughts come up like right before the readings. But I was listening to I know you guys will know this at this point that I love Taylor Swift's music. And I honestly, though, I hadn't listened that much to like Red when it came out. I was just younger, I guess, and just wasn't really paying attention. So I listened to it now, just like the song All Too Well, which I hadn't heard. And it's so good. And I was thinking about how like people were getting mad at her and they're like, she's bashing him, poor him. And I'm like, well, he shouldn't have acted badly. I mean, she didn't like kill the guy. She just wrote a song about him. That's my take. But I think it's so funny how for years she was vilified for writing songs, right? And they would interview like any of her ex-boyfriends or her boyfriends at the time and be like, well, how do you feel about her writing songs? Are you worried? Does it make you nervous? Isn't that? And they acted like it was like the most crazy, toxic thing ever. Like it was like she was, like a serial killer going around just killing people, or she was like a bank robber. Like, aren't you nervous? She's gonna write a song about you. And I feel like a lot of the people she dated would kind of dance around that or act like, well, a little bit, or like, I think John Mayer, what a joke, but he went on a rant about it at some point. Sorry, you can tell I'm biased, but I'm just like, I can't with the people like getting mad at her for writing songs. Like, I'm just like, come on. And it's so funny because I know she did an interview, or like they asked her current boyfriend, who's an actor, and they were like, how do you feel about her writing songs about you? Typical question that for years she's gotten as like a negative. And he was like, oh, it's so flattering. It's the best thing. It's like such a compliment. And I love it. Like, I mean, to be like immortalized in song, it's just amazing. And it's so funny because it's like, isn't that like a duh? Like, I would be so flattered if someone wrote a song, especially like as good of a writer as Taylor Swift, that will like immortalize you with like, you know, like the lyrics from Style, where it's like long haired, slicked back, white t-shirt, and you know, just the vibe she sets. Like, I would love someone to write a song with me about that, like whether they capture my vibe or whatever. Like, that's so flattering. But my point is it shows you how two people can look at the same situation and one person can see it as a negative and the other can see it as a positive. And so much of our interpretations of things are based on what we want to see. So if you want to play the victim and act like, you know, I didn't do anything and she's lying, then you might take it as like a huge negative that she wrote a song about you. And if you want to kind of be mature and own up to your part of things, then you'll be like, oh yeah, I don't care that she wrote a song. Like, that's fine. Yeah, it's great. It's a good thing. I know myself. And I feel like it's like, my point in telling all this is, I feel like this person is really going to appreciate you for who you are. You know what I mean? They're not going to be ashamed. You're not going to have to convince them. I don't think Taylor Swift had to convince him, like, please, like, don't say anything negative. I think he just seems like he's just very blunt and honest. And he's like, no, it's awesome. Like, that's really how he feels, you know? And so I think that shows how someone's perspective on things can shift their whole perception of you, you know? And I think that you're gonna have someone coming in who really loves you for you and really does appreciate you and doesn't take you for granted, and doesn't, the things that, I feel like you had people in your past that saw you in a very negative light and never really appreciated you, and maybe even made you feel like you were a burden, or like being with you was a favor they were doing you. And it's like it's just going to be such a total 180 flip from what you've had in the past, because this new person coming in is so appreciative of you and feels so lucky that they get to be with you, that it's like the equivalent of what Taylor Swift's current boyfriend said when they asked him about it, where he's like, oh, yeah, no, it's great. Like, he's like, what is this question, you know? So it's like, I feel like there's just such a shift from how you guys used to be treated. So we got reflection, vulnerability, and I feel like that's super important, is you guys, you can feel vulnerable with this person. And we also got trust over here. So it's like, yeah, you can trust them. In the past, you may have had trust issues with the people you were with, not fully appreciating you, and just, you always had a feeling that they were, I don't know, checking out other people, or, you know, watching pornography or something, where you felt betrayed and you didn't feel like they really cared about you. And now you're going to have someone in who you're not confused in the slightest. I think sometimes we gaslight people, and if they're like, well, I'm insecure about, you know, my boyfriend, he's kind of doing this. A lot of times that's their intuition. But you'll get a million enabling type people who will gaslight them and be like, oh my God, how could you say that? You're being judgmental, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, no, if they have that little feeling inside that doesn't go away, that keeps niggling away at them, saying like, this is a problem, they should be told to listen to that, you know? And I think for in the future, it's just going to be such a relief for you guys. This person is super focused on you. And I feel like they just really like to be alone with you. We got solitude a lot. So it's like, I feel like there's so much time you guys are just going to be spending, just the two of you, like watching movies, snuggled up on the couch, vibing with each other. And it's not going to be something where this person actually wants to go hang out with their bros or their girls or, you know, their friends, and doesn't really want to be around you, but they tolerate you, but they're like, I guess I can stay in, but you feel guilty and the vibe is off, the vibe is weird. Like, that's just not going to happen. I feel like this person is going to just truly appreciate and enjoy you and want to spend that one-on-one time with you. And it's almost like you're going to be their favorite person in the whole world. They are not going to want to like waste their time, is what's coming to mind, with anyone else. They just really want to be with you. So let me get more cards. What blessings are coming in for pile 3? Repairing the veil, forgiveness. So this may even be like something that really makes you forgive, or not forgive, but repairs some of your sense of self. Like, it's like you may have had insecurities or, you know, confidence issues based on how other people made you feel. Oh my God. And we got me talks, repairing the mind, body, spirit. Yeah, this is, I feel like this relationship, it's going to be very personal. It's going to be very healing for you. You're going to be like, wow, I didn't know this was a wound. I didn't know that I had this insecurity until someone loved me so completely. And now it puts these puzzle pieces back together that I didn't know were out of place. Also with gestation period, like if you guys are wanting to start a family or get pregnant, that very well may come in. You guys, I would definitely say if you're picking this pile and you're trying to get pregnant, that would be a confirm that like, yeah, this is the time for you to be able to get pregnant. And you may be, you know, able to have a baby by next year, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it takes 9 months. So I don't know the timeline, but I feel like, yeah, you guys will be really fertile. This will be a perfect time if that's something you want to bring into your life and to fully kind of create that family. But I feel like you guys are going to be, for a lot of you guys, this is going to be you finding a person that you can just really feel safe around, relax into, and kind of merge with. And it's just going to be a super beautiful relationship. And I feel like it's going to be very healing for you. It's going to be very much it's like this card to me is so about, you know, having alone time and kind of relaxing into yourself and spending time. Like I keep getting all these metaphors of like bundled up next to a fire or at a pumpkin patch or all these fall vibes, winter vibes. So I feel like, yeah, this is like two people who are just cozy. You know how in the winter, like at least for me, I love the seasons and I love how in the winter, like you just want to, you know, put on your sweater and cozy up in front of the fire and drink like mulled cider or mulled wine and, you know, like cook warm, cozy baking stuff and like it's just a little cold outside and it just feels so cozy. I feel like that's how you guys feel together because you create this safe space with your energy together. Like you guys just trust and love each other and it's so beautiful. It's so deep and such a spiritual connection. So yeah, this is so beautiful, you guys. Is there anything else, Spirit, you want me to say for pile 3? No, they just said get ready. So I don't know if there's something you guys need to get ready for, but I feel like this is going to come in so effortlessly for you guys that there's not too much preparation that needs to happen. But I really hope that helped you guys. If you want to check out my Patreon, I just posted a video about what would they feel if they saw you with someone else. And I also have my 18 plus video of what are their sexual fantasies. So if you guys would be interested in those, check out my Patreon. And we are having a lot of more fun posts coming up very soon. So I'm really excited about that. So check that out if you guys want to join the party over there. And I will be back soon for another reading. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving if you celebrate, and if not, have an amazing day anyway. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Take care. Bye. Hey pile 4, so if you guys picked this dinner roll, this is going to be your reading. It looks super soft and squishy and so good. It would be perfect with butter at the dinner table. They did a great job on all the detailing on this. So you can see it on the bottom too. There's just a lot of detail. So it's a great choice, but let's get into your reading, guys. So you guys got the Fool. You got the 7 of Swords, the Moon, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, the World, 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and 10 of Wands, and finally the 8 of Pentacles. So wow, you guys have, I feel like this is a pile that is going through some major transformations in this upcoming year. Like you guys have a lot of stuff changing for you. I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of mental realizations. Some of you guys are going to learn how to act in a way that is more self-serving. Some of you guys have been, I don't want to say pushovers or gullible, but it's like you might have had some toxic people around you who didn't have your best interest at heart and may have like been very deceptive towards you. And I feel like you guys are waking up to that, and you guys are realizing that you deserve a lot better. You're coming into your queen energy, and you're coming through to break those ties, just like you see with the Ace of Swords. This is one of the most powerful cards in tarot, and this sword just comes through to break through basically anything. And I feel like that's what's happening with you guys. You guys got so many swords. Swords are a very transformational energy, and it can be sometimes negative, but I honestly feel like the vibe, especially given the tone of this reading, I feel like you guys are going through a very powerful shift period. I feel like you guys are starting to make these changes, and a lot of them are coming about mentally. A lot of them are coming about in your head. And by that I mean you're having realizations about stuff. You're realizing people's true intentions. And I think something that's really important that's coming in is that you guys are going to be scheming a little bit, but not in a bad way. This is something you guys needed to do. You needed to be scheming. Other people were scheming and you guys were like, no, I don't want to. No, 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 no. I don't deserve that. But now it's like, okay, it's kind of like, you know how there's like a scene, I feel like there's a lot of scenes in like movies where there'll be like some good guy who is like Mr. Nice, and then something crazy happens, like his best friends get beaten up by a gang of like random criminals or something, and he decides, like in Spider-Man, like Spider-Man's just this chill guy, and suddenly he wakes up and he can like swing from, you know, like the ceiling with his web or whatever. But one day, like his grandfather or whatever gets killed. I like those like dark Spider-Man movies. I like all dark movies, so I like those more than like the recent ones. Like Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst were so good in those roles. But like when his grandfather dies, it's so sad. And then that's what makes him become a superhero. It's like he needed to go through this huge tragedy to get into the power. You know what I mean? He was too nice. It's not that he was too nice, but he had this destiny and it needed to be unleashed. And I feel like it's like he only fully leaned into his power once he realized what he was up against. And before, he may have had rose-colored glasses and thought like, oh, well, everyone's nice. I don't want to do anything mean. I don't want to hurt these criminals. And then after that, he was like, screw them. I'm going to go around and fight crime all over the streets of New York City. And I'm going to be Spider-Man, and I'm going to be a superhero. And I feel like that's you guys stepping into your energy. Like for too long, you guys have tolerated some BS from people. You guys have tolerated bad behavior. And you guys are saying no more. No, no, no. You are willing to fight now with the Five of Wands. You guys are not going to be okay with people backstabbing you anymore. We got Guardians of the Land, protection, reflecting pool, stillness, meandering pathway, flow, and standing stones, passage. I'm going to turn on the lights so you guys can see these a little bit better. So with Standing Stones, passage, I feel like this to me looks like Stonehenge. And I feel like there's something very spiritual about this transition you guys are going through. I almost have a sense of foreboding, but not that anything bad is going to happen, but just like you guys are stepping into so much power. I feel so much power emanating from this pile. I feel like you guys, this is going to be some kind of epic journey. It's going to be something that is just like when your power has been muted, and when it's unleashed, like people aren't going to know what hit them. It's kind of like how, you know, a big part of those Spider-Man movies was they would show like the crowd and the random people in like Times Square as Spider-Man came through, and they would all be like, oh my gosh, you know, like the looks on their faces would be awe because they were like, couldn't believe that someone was that powerful. And I feel like that is you guys. For a long time, I feel you guys have been giving your powers to other dysfunctional people, and now you're taking it back. And the power that you guys are going to have now, it's going to be so crazy. It's kind of like if you've ever seen a dam become unleashed. Like for you guys have been, like, it's like, you know how sometimes they'll divert the dam and like they'll be very in control of the energy. And so like they'll unleash, you know, a little bit this way and a little bit that way. And then sometimes it just builds up. And then you'll see footage of them having to drain the dam all at once and it just pours out. That's almost the vibe I'm getting, is for so long you guys were funneling energy into these toxic people, and now you're clearing them out. And it's like the energy you're going to unleash is just so crazy. It's just going to be so over the top. So let me get more cards for you guys. You guys might be spending some time alone, to be honest, like reflecting. Yep, we got transformation, magical gateway. I feel like you guys are going to be getting downloads from the universe about what you're supposed to do. I honestly feel like this is the first step on like a long journey for you guys, of gaining wisdom and stepping into your power so strongly. Like you guys may have like a really strong destiny or something. You guys may be doing manifestation work. But I feel like once you guys start stepping through here, like the sky is the limit for so many of you guys. You can really accomplish anything. And like if you have dreams or if you're hoping for something to happen, like this is the time. It can happen. Whatever you want can happen. Yeah, like the world is your oyster. Okay, let's get more cards for pile 4. What is going to be a blessing? What are they going to be thankful for this upcoming season? So we got the Hanged Man. We got, wow, the Sun. So we have so far the World, the Fool, the Hanged Man, Page of Swords, more swords coming in. Like this is, you know, honestly, I feel like some of you guys are going to be wanting revenge. Oh, and we just got Judgment, which is one of my cards for karma. Like, yeah, some of you guys are going to want revenge because some of the people treated you really badly. And I feel like you guys, it's like you're not playing around anymore. You were playing around. You were trying to be really nice to people. You guys were kind of like holding your power in and trying to keep the peace. And now it's like you're angry and you're mad and you're not going to tolerate this anymore. And you guys are ready to unleash. And I feel like these people don't even know what they've unleashed. I feel like some of you guys are very magical, to be honest. And you might find weird things happen, like when you're really mad at someone, then they call you. It may be like you get in an argument with your best friend and it's a down and out argument. But then they call you a few hours later and you pick up and you're like, hello. And they're like, I got a flat tire. Oh my God, I'm stuck on the highway. Can you pick me up? And you're like, and like random stuff like that happens. And that might be you shifting energy, because I feel you guys are very energetically powerful. You have a powerful team on the other side. So it's like once this becomes unleashed, like stand back, because I keep getting that image of a dam. If you've ever seen a footage, you could Google it, of a dam becoming unleashed. It's like you cannot stand in the way of it. That's why a lot of people die of flash floods in the Southwest in America, not because of the actual dams, but because in the Southwest, like there's no water for most of the year. And then I don't know why it happens like this, but there'll be like sudden rainfall and like 8, 9, 10 inches will come in all at once. And it has nowhere to go in the ground because the ground is like baked dry. And so anyway, a lot of the canyons and stuff flood. So there'll be people hiking in them or walking in them. And literally the water rushes in so fast that even someone who's walking or a hiker doesn't have time to run out of the canyon. That's how quick it comes in. So it's like, that's the energy I'm talking about. When it becomes unleashed, it's like people need to watch out. They need to be careful, because you guys are, I feel like the sky is the limit for you guys. You guys are seeing things with a new perspective. You're literally almost like burning energy. I feel like you're just exuding energy. We did get the sun. We also got the world. Like, it's just like the sun is the source of energy in our solar system. So it's like, or, you know, in astrology and stuff, I don't know, that's not like a science thing, but I think it's true for science too. But it's definitely true in astrology that the sun is the source of energy. You guys may have already gone through this tower moment. You may have already had a loss, and some of it may be because of these people. And so it's like you are not playing anymore. We just got Knight of Swords again, and we also got Knight of Cups. So you guys are, you know, you guys are in Knight energy. You're getting after it. You guys are not being shy. You're not being hesitant. You're going in. And I feel like you guys, it's like you're sick of wasting your time. I feel like you guys are breaking free from shackles and just like throwing them off. And you're ready to fight anyone who tries to put you back in those shackles. You guys are, you know, you were trying to be nice before, but that's that's over now. You guys aren't playing. And I love that for you, honestly, because I feel like you guys have been done wrong. I feel like some of you guys were really treated badly and thrown under the bus and scapegoated, and some of you guys were played with mentally and stuff. And so it's like the power you're unleashing is so strong. I want to find out more about the blessings that are going to be unleashed for pile 4. What will they have to be thankful for? What will they have to be thankful for, Spirit? Healing. So you guys are going to do a lot of healing. Oh, what was I saying about karma? And we just got justice. Yep. Some of these people have karma coming towards them, and it's going to come in hot. It's going to slap them right across the face, and that's probably what they deserve. Oh my God. This is a really okay, this is my crazy energy pile. Like, I always have one reading where it's like, whoa, the spirit guides are screaming and popping off, and that is this reading. So your spirit team is here for you guys. They are loud and they are, speaking up. So I feel like they are probably going to cause some of this justice, but I also feel like a lot of it's your energy. Look at all these cards, guys, though. You don't even need me to interpret these. I mean, look, we got healing, dreams, justice, passion, clarity, peace, prosperity, manifestation. It's like, wow. I keep seeing, so I love the movie, the 1999 or whatever it was with Les Miserables, and it's not, I don't think it's not a musical. It's just like a drama. So there's no singing or anything. It's just really dramatic and sad, but I love that movie so much. I like sad movies anyway, but I always think the guy, Liam Neeson is so good in it, and he plays this prisoner that basically it's super sad. That's why the name is Les Miserables, the Miserables. And it's about, he's had this horrible life, and he was arrested stealing a loaf of bread, which is, oh my God. That's so weird. Oh my God. I was feeling weird about this before I even started pulling, and now I see why, because this is a really powerful reading. I didn't realize that when I brought this story up, but yeah, he was arrested stealing a loaf of bread and thrown in jail for 20 years. And anyway, he finally gets out, and there's this priest that really helps him, and it's almost like he steps into his moment of glow up. That's a really bizarre way to put it if you watch this movie, but I'm trying to really shorten it from this reading. But he steps into this power, and he becomes this super powerful man, and then all this stuff happens, but the guy, the prison guard is always trying to catch him and always trying to bring him down. No matter what happens throughout his whole life, he's always going after him, no matter how much he improves his life. And I guess, spoiler alert, maybe fast forward 20 or 30 seconds if you don't want me to say anything else about this movie. But I feel so he's physically super strong throughout it, and whenever he needs to help people, he's capable of throwing people over his shoulder. It's Liam Neeson, so he's got that strength. But the thing is, at the end, the prison guard who tracks him down his whole life ends up shooting himself in the head to protect the prisoner, because he was going after him for so long, and he felt, I don't know why, he just felt impelled to shoot himself in the head. And it's almost like I'm getting that's the karma, because this guy, even though he started off being a thief and whatnot, he was so good the whole time, and he went out of his way to help people, to try to help. And I'm getting chills. I feel like that's you guys in a way. You guys have had someone on your behind, tracking you down, trying to see you guys fail, trying to catch you out, being sneaky. And it's this is your moment to turn around. And this is your moment to turn around, and the guy ends up in big trouble, I'll say that. And he kills himself in that movie. Obviously, we don't want anything like that to happen at all in any situation, but I just feel there is karma coming down the pipeline hard and fast. And I feel like you guys are ready to step into this abundance and being blessed, and your guides blessing you. And I love that movie because the scene of when the priest gives him these, I don't know, gold candlesticks that were worth I don't know what the equivalent would be nowadays, 25,000 or something, because numbers were way different back then with like who had money and who didn't, the prices of things. But anyway, those candlesticks were enough for him to sell and start an entire business. So maybe like $1 million or something. And it's like your guy, like it was this man of God, and he saw the kind of light in him and the potential. And I feel like that's like with you guys, like your guides and stuff have seen what you guys have been through, and they've seen all the horrible stuff that you guys have had to deal with, and they're going to give you this peace, prosperity, and justice also for what was done. I feel like some of you guys may have to fight your way out of this though. Like I feel like it's like it ain't over till it's over, and this person or these toxic people are still trying to bring you guys down. You guys should know that you are protected, and we got protection right here. So it's like you guys are being protected from their efforts, but they are trying to bring you guys down, and it's something you guys should be aware of. And I feel like that's why they're going to get karma. But I think with you guys are going to be able to unleash your passion. You have so much built up, pent up energy within you, and you're headed on this trajectory like a speeding train. Like just there's so much inside of you guys for this manifestation and unleashing prosperity and the things you guys are going after. You guys are seeing with clarity now. You are not being deluded anymore or trying to see things with rose-colored glasses. That's what, I guess that's why Les Miserables, another reason it came up, is he's always trying to see the good, even in this horrible little prison guard guy who's so evil to him. He's always trying to see the good in him. He's always trying to, like do the right thing. And I feel like that was you guys, but it's almost like you guys, now you're the guy from Taken. Now you're Liam Neeson in Taken when he says like, I have a special set of skills, and I can and I will find you, or whatever he says. Yeah, it's so intimidating. That's like you guys going after your target, and the person's gonna get karma as a result somehow. Maybe they'll just have to watch you guys have this huge success, and that will be enough punishment. I don't know, but yeah, you guys are getting a lot of, I feel like, blessings coming in, a lot of amazing changes that you guys are gonna be so happy about. So let me get more cards for pile 4. Let's see, what is pile 4 going to have to be thankful for? So we got love, compassion, mountain, strength, creation. What is pile 4 going to be happy for? What are they going to be thankful for? Blessings coming in. What is pile 4 going to be thankful for? So we got shaman, ancient healing wisdom, volcano, volatility, iceberg, submerged, and veiled fog. It's almost like you guys were seeing things with a fog before. Some of you guys were, this is like family or friends, and you were trying to see the light in them. You were trying to be optimistic and look for the best, and this fog is lifting. It's coming away. I also feel like iceberg, submerged, like it's like you guys have so much power under the surface, just like there's only the tip of the iceberg that you see, and then you don't see this huge amount at the bottom. Like I think they showed the iceberg that like hit the Titanic, and technically it's like really small. Like it's not big at all, especially compared to the Titanic, but people look at it and say like, well, how could an iceberg that size sink a whole ship? But it's like there was so much more under the surface. They're so strong, and they're also like rock hard. I mean, they're harder than a rock. Like they're so strong. And so the thing is it could easily sink the Titanic. And yeah, it's like for you guys, people don't necessarily know how much power you have, and you guys are ready to explode like a volcano. You guys have this inner core of strength that people don't always see, and sometimes underestimate you or think like, well, yeah, they're kind of okay. Some of you guys are very spiritually powerful beings, or have a very spiritually powerful team, like shaman card. Some of you may even be related to Native Americans or had a healer in your ancestral line. No matter what your ethnicity, all the ethnicities did spiritual work and had spiritual leaders within their group. So you guys may be related to someone who did some kind of medicine work, or did some kind of healing work, or played with energy. You guys may have done that in other lifetimes or something, because you guys, I feel, had this super strong creative ability, and we got manifestation. Like, I feel like you guys have the power to create whatever you want. And you guys are on this trajectory. If you guys have been trying to manifest something, I feel like you guys are going to get it. Let me get more cards for pile 4. What is pile 4 going to be thankful for? And literally, as I'm saying that, in the hand flew out. And I was literally going to say there's something in your hand, like with your hands, but then I didn't. I should have, because that would be even crazier. But that was what I was saying. And I think I was gesturing a lot with my hands because I was trying to convey that. Like, you guys have power, I think, within your hands, but I don't even think you need to use your hands. That's why I didn't say it, is because I don't even think it is about your hands. Some people have specific healing energy with their hands where they can lay hands on someone. That's why they call it like the laying of the hands in like churches and stuff, and so many religious traditions have that. But I honestly don't even think you guys need to use your hands. I think you have enough mental and energetic power alone. Like, your hands might help. If you wanted to lay hands on someone, you could heal them, but you could probably just heal them with your mind. But my point is, it's not even about the hand, it's about the energy. You guys exude this energy, but this is a good metaphor so we can have it a physical symbol of what's going on. Is like, you can play around with this little energy. You could do it with your head, not necessarily your mind, but this shows that you have the ability to pull it towards you, control it, whatever. Like, you guys are these energy manipulators in a good way. What will pile 4 have to be thankful for coming up? What will pile 4 have to be thankful for? Caterpillar, wow, opportunity. Woodwives, adoptability. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. And what was I saying? You guys have ancestors blessing you, and you may have ancestors in your genetic line, because all that wisdom does get handed down in our genetic lines. There's something very special about your DNA and genetic connection to ancestors. That's why I always say to people, never disrespect your ancestors. Never ever say anything bad about your ancestors, because it's like, you're really cursing yourself, because they can help you and stuff. So just be careful of that, because I feel like your ancestors are with you and they're powerful, and they might be a source of power for you guys, because they are definitely looking out and watching out for you guys strongly. You might also have it in your spiritual family. You might have been a healer in another lifetime and be linked up with healers or powerful spiritual people on the other side. And so they may be in your soul tribe, soul family, where, you know, you have like a double whammy from your human DNA and also spiritual DNA, if that makes sense. Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. So you guys, if you have been in stagnation or wondering why things aren't moving forward, they're going to change. Horseman, Herald of Change. I'm telling you guys, this is so powerful. You guys are going to really have these massive changes happening. Wow. And I feel like with Caterpillar, that's also pointing to, it's also letting you know, like, because the caterpillar is all about, you know, turning into the butterfly. So it's like, you guys, I think, are about to step into that butterfly moment of fully coming into your power, fully embracing your power. I think with Woodwives adaptability, a lot of you guys have had to put up with such trash for so long, but you guys are very adaptable, and it gave you this deep strength. It gave you guys this perseverance. We've had strength come up a bunch, and I feel like it's because you guys have had to deal with so much garbage from the world around you. And now you guys are like tough. I love the movie Mulan. It was one of my favorites when I was a little kid, and I'm hearing the song I'll Make a Man Out of You. And I love that scene when she's like, you know, the beginning of the, if you watch the actual like scene or whatever, at the beginning, you know, she keeps trying to do all the stuff and she's failing at it, and she's like, she can't throw an axe, she can't climb up that thing. And then slowly in the song, you know, you guys have seen it, but she gets better. And then by the end, she's throwing that axe right every time. She's beating all the dudes. She's climbing to the top of the thing and, you know, just beating everyone. And that's like you guys. You guys had gone through so much hardship, but it only made you stronger and tougher. And that's what these people didn't realize when they tried to bring you down. They didn't realize you guys have a core resilience to you. You have a core of steel. And you also have support from the other side. So all the things they did against you are actually going to come back on them, and they don't realize that the things they thought were going to bring you down actually made you stronger and actually made you better. And so it's going to be a double karmic whammy. Bad for them and good for you. You got good karma for it and they got bad karma for it. And, you know, I'm hearing that verse from the Bible, which is, they dug a ditch for me, but they have fallen into it themselves, you know. And the Bible is full of so many stories like that of someone that was tried to be brought down. Like I'm thinking of Joseph, who was thrown into, I think, a well by his brothers. And they hated that he was his father's favorite, so they threw him into a well. And so then there was a passing caravan and they found him and they ended up selling him into slavery, which is pretty horrible. But he was, I think, working for 12 years as a slave for the Pharaoh. And then one day someone was like, well, we need someone to interpret a dream. He was a master dream interpreter. So they brought him into Pharaoh. He interpreted a dream and Pharaoh instantly made him his like top advisor. And then next thing, he was the actual Pharaoh. So his brothers didn't like the fact that he was his dad's favorite. They thought that was too good for him. So they threw him into this well and they thought that that would be the end of the story for him. And of course, if you saw this, you know, cut to 3 years later, you would think it worked. You'd be like, oh my God, he's a slave. He's working under Pharaoh. This is the worst thing ever. But that's not how God works when he's anointed someone. And I feel like that's like you guys have been anointed for something special. And so their thing that they thought was going to bring him down actually led to him becoming a Pharaoh. And it's like, there's so many stories like that in the Bible. And I feel like that's going to happen for you guys. You guys are coming into your power so much. There's so many blessings coming in. There's so much stuff that you guys are going to have around. I think by this time next year, I'm seeing like a warrior. Like you guys are going to be even tougher, but I feel like you're going to be really coming into your financial blessings at that point. That may seem like a long way off, but it's really, I feel like it's going to get there sooner than you know. And you guys are going to be just blown away. So let me get some cards from this pile. What changes or blessings are going to happen for pile 4? So we got crown chakra, memories of love. So there's a lot of love coming through. I don't know. We'll see what other cards come up. We got crown chakra, memories of love, authority, intuition, foundation and achievements, love begins, awareness. You guys are gaining so much awareness and so much psychic downloads and stuff. Wisdom was another card, but I don't want to pull out all of those, to be honest. Oh my God. Cards though are flying out. Like this is crazy. Let me get one more card, Spirit. Please sum it up as best you can. What is pile 4 bringing in? What are they going to be grateful for? I've never had these cards just fly out like this. What are they going to be grateful for? See, these were the cards that tried to fly out earlier and I put them back in, and I think Spirit was like, girl, take those back out, and then kind of janked up my pile. But anyway, we got it. So maybe love for you guys is coming in. I feel like either way, you guys are putting down foundations. You guys are having new beginnings. Some of you guys might move. I feel like this is a new change, a new shift in your life that's going to bring you guys into, like, some of you guys are going to be recognized publicly. Some of you guys are going to be in a position where people see you and people see what you do. It may mean, you know, putting yourself out there publicly in some form or another, or you guys getting some kind of public acclaim. But I feel like if you guys have had a kind of nasty authority figure like ruling over you, trying to tell you what to do, that's going to shift and change. And this authority figure is not going to be able to have the power that they once had. And it's almost like you guys just need a little patience. But you guys are going to get there. You guys are going to have these blessings come in. Let me get piles from this deck as well. What is pile 4 going to be thankful for? What is pile 4 going to be thankful for? Yeah, a lot of you guys are manifesting new love. And you guys, I feel like, are going to be surrounded by people that really like you, like a community, maybe new friends and stuff. But thinking woman makes so much sense. Like, I feel like you guys are going to have so many revelations about what's coming in. We got 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, First chakra, Archangel Michael. Michael is the angel of protection. So you guys are being protected. Adjacent possibilities, action, the sun. Yeah, this is just an overall, like, I feel like so many areas of your life are growing up. I feel like, in a way, I feel like Spirit's not being that specific because they want you guys to be surprised by this journey. They want you to, like, this is a sacred path that you guys are on. And part of it is you guys need to kind of solve it with your intuition and take things by ear. I've made this comparison before, but I feel like a lot of times it's kind of like the surprise gets ruined if we know too much. So sometimes I'll be pulling cards and I'll just have this feeling like it's blocked. And usually I don't feel that, I feel like I've given you guys enough information, but sometimes I like to be like specific. But I feel like for you guys, it's like sometimes Spirit holds certain information back. Sometimes we can know. I know for me, the biggest blessings in my life have always taken me by surprise. And I'm a psychic person, so a lot of times I do know what's coming on in my life and I can feel the energy shift and change, and I'm not surprised that often. But the big blessings, I've always been like completely shocked. And I'm like, how did this even happen without me noticing it coming in? And it's like Spirit just likes to do that on purpose. And I think it's kind of like, you know, when you are going to throw someone like an amazing surprise party and like really want them to be shocked, you're not going to tell them what's going on, and you're going to tell them like, oh, can you go back to Burlington Coat Factory with me and help me return some items, and make it seem like a real mediocre day. And you're not going to like want them to know that they have a big party. You're going to maybe even, you know, pretend like everything's bad, like, oh, I try to get reservations at that restaurant, but I can't. Well, you know what? You just want to go home. We'll just go home. And then you go home, walk through the door, and that's when everyone pops out. So I feel like a lot of times Spirit does like to hold things back. But let me get a final message for you guys, because I pulled out way more cards for you guys than other decks, but that's okay. They don't have to know, right? Don't tell them in the comments. But okay, so pile for what blessings, what are they going to be thankful for next year? Surrender. Okay, Spirit calling me out. Surrendering to the journey. Exactly. So they don't want you to know. It says release control. They don't want you to know all of this. Begin now. Take your first step. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. So it's like whatever comes up, you guys are going to overcome. This is going to be it feels like such a positive outcome. But just know that, like, I feel like Spirit is holding some things back. And this is going to be a journey. I don't think it's going to be like instant money just raining down. I feel like you guys are going to have to work for it, but I don't think you guys mind. I think you guys are so strong, so tough, you can handle whatever. And you guys are going to be so in your power that nothing could hold you back. And I'm hearing that song lyrics, ain't nothing holding me back. Like, you guys are so powerful, and you guys have, like, the world is your oyster. Spirit is on your side. Spirit is defending you, protecting you, and I feel like you guys have all these kinds of beautiful surprises coming in. So wow, I don't know. Wow, this was an interesting one. I think you guys, this is a beautiful pile to be in, but you guys have some great surprises. So I think just know that this is, I think, going to be a really exciting year for you guys. I think you guys are going to be blown away by next year of how incredible everything turned out, to be honest. So I hope it helped, guys. If you would like to check out my Patreon, I just posted a video of how would they feel if they saw you with somebody else. So it's a great reading for an ex or someone that you had a love connection, crush with. How would they feel if they actually saw you with someone other than them? And then I also have my 18 plus drunk, what are their sexual fantasies? So if you guys would be interested in those, check out my Patreon. I have the link at my bio. So go down there and join the party with us over there. But I am sending you guys lots of love and light. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. You'll have so much to be grateful for this year, or next year, I mean. And this whole upcoming year is just going to be so special for you guys. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, have an amazing day regardless. But I will see you guys in the next reading. Love you guys so much. Bye.